In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 11, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Charlotte Hornets versus Detroit Pistons. On Monday night, a showdown unfolds between two struggling Eastern Conference teams as the Charlotte Hornets embark on a journey to face the Detroit Pistons. The Hornets recently secured a noteworthy victory, defeating the Nets 110-99 as 6.5-point underdogs at home. In contrast, the Pistons suffered a setback at home against Dallas, succumbing 142-124 and failing to cover as 8.5-point underdogs. This encounter marks the third and final meeting between these teams this season, with the Pistons currently holding a 2-0 series lead. The Charlotte Hornets have experienced a rough stretch, dropping 7 of their last 9 games. However, their spirits were lifted after a convincing 110-99 triumph over the Nets. Notably, Miles Bridges led the charge with 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists, complemented by Brandon Miller's 23 points and 7 rebounds, and Nick Richards' 15 points and 11 rebounds. The Hornets displayed a robust performance, shooting 54% from the field and 11 of 30 from beyond the arc. Importantly, their defense took center stage in the second quarter, holding the Nets to just 17 points, ultimately breaking a 6-game losing streak. Conversely, the Detroit Pistons find themselves in a disheartening slump, losing 10 of their last 12 games. Their recent 142-124 defeat against the Mavericks underscored their struggles. Cade Cunningham led the Pistons with an impressive 33 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists, supported by Simone Fontecchio's 27 points off the bench, along with Jaden Ivey and James Wiseman each contributing 17 points. Despite a commendable first-half effort, the Pistons faltered in the second half, trailing by as many as 25 points. While the Detroit Pistons exhibit competitiveness and resilience, their 10-53 record raises questions. Despite their tenacity, a 5-26 home record and a win percentage of 15.3% make it challenging to endorse them as favorites. The Hornets, fresh off a significant win against the Nets, appear to have a slight advantage in this matchup, despite the Pistons potentially boasting a stronger lineup with Cunningham and Wiseman. In evaluating this matchup, confidence in predicting a favorable outcome for either team is limited. However, the newly rejuvenated Hornets, fueled by their recent victory, hold a slight edge. Despite the Hornets' struggles, the opportunity to bet on them as underdogs presents value. So the Charlotte Hornets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Acknowledging the Pistons' home court advantage and a formidable backcourt, they are poised to control the tempo and dictate the pace of the game. With Cunningham and Ivey leading the charge, the Pistons aim to exploit the Hornets' defensive vulnerabilities. Detroit's faster playing style, ranking 10th in NBA pace and 6th in offensive possessions, adds an additional layer to their strategy. While both teams struggle defensively, the Pistons' faster pace could make the Hornets uncomfortable. Charlotte's 25th ranking in defensive efficiency, juxtaposed with Detroit's 29th, emphasizes their shared struggles in preventing opponents from scoring. An analysis of the team's offensive and defensive averages over their last 3 games, both home and away, and throughout the season, yields a projected total of 227. Considering the average pace of both teams at 101.8 possessions, the final projected score amounts to 231. Despite offensive challenges, both teams' defensive deficiencies signal a likelihood of surpassing the projected total. Given the Pistons' recent trend of surpassing the total, it is anticipated that the game will play out similarly, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Phoenix Suns versus Cleveland Cavaliers. The stage is set for a midweek clash between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Phoenix Suns at Rocket Mortgage Field House on Monday night. Despite a mere 4-win difference between them, their positions in the playoff race present a striking contrast. The Suns, with 37 victories, currently occupy the 7th spot in the competitive Western Conference, while the Cavaliers, boasting 41 wins, find themselves securely in 2nd place in the Eastern Conference. This encounter marks their first meeting this season, with Cleveland having swept a pair of games last year, putting a halt to the Suns' 5-game winning streak. The matchup promises unpredictability, making it a must-watch for basketball enthusiasts. The Phoenix Suns find themselves in a challenging situation, having lost 5 of their last 9 games. Eager to rebound, they suffered a setback with a 117-107 defeat against the Celtics, snapping a 2-game winning streak. Kevin Durant showcased a stellar performance with 45 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists, supported by Bradley Beal's 25 points on 1-0 of 2-0 shooting. Despite their efforts to reduce a 15-point deficit, the Suns faced adversity in the 3rd quarter, falling behind by 15 points once again. This game against the Cavaliers provides an opportunity for the Suns to turn the tide and regain momentum. On the other side, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been in decent form, winning 5 of their last 9 games. However, they are looking to bounce back after a convincing 120-101 loss to the Nets the previous night. Georgia's Nang led the team with 20 points, followed by Jarrett Allen's 15 points and 9 rebounds, and Darius Garland's 14 points and 5 assists. Despite trailing by just 1 point at halftime, the Cavaliers struggled in the 3rd quarter, leaking 44 points and ultimately succumbing to defeat. The Cavaliers aim to overcome this setback and put up a resilient performance against the Suns. As both teams prepare for their showdown, injuries loom over their rosters. The Suns continue to miss key players like Josh Okogie, Eric Gordon, and Nasser Little. On the other hand, the Cavaliers are without the services of Evan Mobley, Max Strus, and Donovan Mitchell. Evan Mobley's absence is particularly notable, having suffered an ankle sprain during the win over the Celtics, adding to his previous injury woes. Despite their depleted lineup, the Cavaliers face the Brooklyn Nets on Sunday in the 2nd leg of a back-to-back, securing a victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves 2 nights prior. The Suns boast an elite offense and have their star players ready, putting immense pressure on the short-handed Cavaliers. Missing 3 starters, including All-Star Donovan Mitchell, and facing challenges in the front court, the Cavaliers may struggle against the firepower of Booker and Durant. Phoenix's advantage in 3-point shooting could prove decisive in this matchup, potentially leading them to victory on the road. Although the Cavaliers have a strong home record with 22 wins, their injury-riddled lineup makes this a tough spot for them. The absence of Mitchell, Mobley, and Strus, coupled with the questionable status of Dean Wade, raises concerns about their ability to compete against one of the NBA's more talented teams. In contrast, the Suns are gradually getting healthier, with Devin Booker listed as probable. The disparity in the injury report suggests that the Suns, despite recent struggles, have the upper hand, making them the favorites on the road. In a game where the Cavaliers are missing 3 starters, the Phoenix Suns appear poised for a bounce-back performance. Considering the Cavaliers' injury woes and the Suns' favorable position in the East, the Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Cleveland's challenges are further compounded by the absence of 3 starters and key rotation players. Donovan Mitchell's significant role in their offense amplifies the impact of his absence. Despite their defensive reliance, the Cavaliers face a daunting task against the Suns, who could potentially have Devin Booker on a limited minutes restriction. The historical trend of low-scoring meetings between these teams, coupled with recent trends favoring the under, suggests that this game is likely to be lower scoring than anticipated. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Mavericks versus Chicago Bulls. On Monday night, the Dallas Mavericks embark on a journey to the Windy City, set to engage in an East-West matchup against the Chicago Bulls. In the ongoing NBA season, the Mavericks have achieved a record of 36 wins and 28 losses, positioning them in the 8th spot within the highly competitive Western Conference playoff standings. Meanwhile, the Chicago Bulls, with a record of 31 victories and 33 defeats, currently hold the 9th position, securing a place in the play-in round for the second consecutive season if the season were to conclude today. Despite the Dallas Mavericks encountering a recent downturn in performance, having lost 5 of their last 8 games, they are determined to secure a 3rd consecutive victory. Their latest triumph was a commanding 142-124 road win against the Pistons, with Luka Doncic leading the charge by delivering a stellar triple-double performance of 39 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. In this display of dominance, Kyrie Irving contributed 21 points with 5 assists, complemented by Daniel Gafford and Tim Hardaway Jr., each scoring 17 points. Despite shooting an impressive 55% from the field and making 14 of 38 attempts from beyond the arc, the Mavericks struggled to create a substantial lead until they initiated a decisive 22-12 run in the third quarter. Conversely, the Chicago Bulls have enjoyed relative success in their recent outings, winning 4 of their last 6 games. However, they aim to rebound from a setback suffered against the Clippers, who halted their 3-game win streak in a 112-102 road loss. DeMar DeRozan led the Bulls with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists, while Nikola Vucevic contributed 22 points with 11 rebounds, and Kobe White added 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Despite a solid first-half performance that saw them establish a 14-point lead, the Bulls faltered in the second half, succumbing to a 66-45 domination by the Clippers. The injury landscape adds an additional layer of complexity to the matchup. The Bulls are currently without Lonzo Ball, with Torrey Craig listed as questionable. In contrast, the Mavericks do not have any players listed on the injury report. Despite a disappointing loss to the Clippers, the Bulls demonstrated resilience, with DeMar DeRozan showcasing impressive statistics in March, averaging 26 points on 52.4% shooting, 5.2 rebounds, and 6.8 assists over his last 5 games. Although victory may be a challenging feat, the Bulls are poised to keep the game close, so the Chicago Bulls to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Analyzing the playing style, the Bulls find themselves ranked 29th in pace, mirroring the deliberate approach of their star player, DeMar DeRozan. In the absence of Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic has expanded his role, recording a double-double in each of his last 4 games and totaling 37 double-doubles for the season. His recent performances include 3 consecutive games with at least 20 points and 10 rebounds, averaging 21 points on 48.9% shooting, 11.2 rebounds, and 2.8 assists over 33.5 minutes per game in March. Despite their offensive struggles, with rankings of 24th in points per game and 23rd in field goal percentage, the Bulls excel in slowing down the pace, ranking 29th in the NBA in pace of play and 28th in fast break points. In conclusion, both teams exhibit a deliberate and methodical style of play, aligning with their slow-paced approach to the game. Consequently, anticipating a closely contested matchup between the Dallas Mavericks and the Chicago Bulls, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.